2004 Toyota Sienna. I'm doing the side view mirror replacement. This one got clipped. The inside motor is damaged and the outside housing is damaged. The mirror's cracked up. So we're going to get a whole new assembly. This was an aftermarket one, so I'm going to be replacing with an aftermarket one. If you have an OEM one, you can get the outer shell if you still have an OEM, like the one that came on the car. But these cars are so old by now, you probably don't have it. You can also get the mirror by itself if you have the original side view mirror that came with the car. But I got a whole new one off Amazon. I'm gonna link it. It was like 50 bucks, I think, for this whole assembly. Electric, it can move with the buttons to do everything. Heated. I had to go get it painted. I took it to a paint shop. They charged me like 60 bucks. They painted it from the paint code on the vehicle, and yeah, it's ready to go. I untaped it. Now, to do the door panel, I already have a video on how to remove the door panel, so I'm gonna roll that now. Front door panel removal. We're going to start with taking this screw out right here. Just a Phillips. Go ahead and get that out. Save that. Don't lose it. And we're going to take a flathead or a butter knife, whatever you got, and pop this inside panel off. It helps to lift the handle. And then you could just pop it off. Be gentle not to rage pop it. And you could crack it and break it. Then we're going to get this Phillips out of here. Just like that. There is a little plastic screw. You just unscrew it like that and then pull the centerpiece out, and then you're gonna have to get a little something to pop this this clip piece out like that. Save this. Alright, now to remove the door panel, there's clips all up and down here, and we're gonna take a couple screws off, a couple more screws. We gotta take this off, and then we gotta disconnect some cables. So let's take this screw out right here. Take that one out. And then we're going to get something to gently pop this wood piece up. Just go along here and kind of pop it up. But be careful, because on this side there's a little hook. And you want to pull the back end up first and then pull it straight backwards, because you don't want to break that hook off. That's the hook I'm talking about. If you were to just pull this straight up, that would break and then it would be loose forever. So once you get to this point, we're going to take off this infamous window switch connector. What you want to do is push this centerpiece right here and then push it outwards. You're trying to pull the sleeve back first and then the whole connector out. It's a pain in the butt. Everyone hates that connector. Hopefully yours will go easy for you. Put this to the side. Then we got two screws right here. Get these out. Got this. Remove this piece. Now I'm saving all this stuff not to lose it. Now you can kind of lift up the door panel a little bit if you pulled the clips off. What I mean is you're going to reach under the door panel and kind of pull straight backwards. There's a bunch of little securing clips, but they pop loose. Start from the bottom and work your way up the side. Once you get them loose, or the door kind of out, you should be able to kind of pull it like this, the door panel. Now you're still going to have cables attached and maybe a possible another connector. We got to disconnect the cables to the lock and the door handle. It's not too bad. There's white on top, green on the bottom. Go ahead and just pull it straight outwards, and then get the little ball piece on the end out of its little spot. Same with this one right here. Go ahead and get that out. Okay, we got that out. Now there's also a connector, a little small connector you might have to disconnect, so keep an eye out for that. Put the door panel aside. Now, a lot of times you're going to have to take this stuff off if you're doing repairs in the door. And this is just kind of like a noise insulator. And if you ever want to take this off, you just kind of pull it up like that slowly so it doesn't rip. And then when you want it, you can put it back on like that. Now, you may think you need... Alright, never mind. So to get this off, we're going to get these 3 10mm nuts off and this wire harness. Now this wire harness, get yourself like a little flathead or something, even like a butter knife, and you're going to push on this button right here and then push this backwards. If you've got tiny fingers, you could probably push this little button right there, but you're going to push that button and then pull it by the connector out. Don't pull it by the wires because you're going to damage it. Well, I guess if you're replacing it, don't matter, but then we're going to take off these 10mm nuts right here. Okay, we'll go ahead and get these off. Save the 10mm. 10mm nuts, set them aside. We're going to reuse them. Now your mirror might fall off after you get these off, so hold it with one hand. But if it doesn't, just gently pull it out the back like that. Just out this way here. Alright, now it's removed. Go ahead and get rid of this one. Clean off any debris or anything that'll make the new one not sit correctly. Let me get my new one out here. It has these little covers on the threads. Pull those off. Actually unscrew them. Then we're going to run the wire through this hole first. Pull it all the way through, and then we'll put the whole thing on. Gently just line up the holes and push it through. Once it's through, put the nuts on right here. Just put these on and tighten them down. Okay, got those on and tight. Then we'll plug in this connector. This should just go right in pretty easy. No big deal. Okay. Now it's the door panel going back on, but before we do it, let's test up the electronic mirror. Push the L, and then you can move it with these arrows. It's important to get a good brand that this part actually works on. A lot of brands say it'll work, but it really doesn't, so that's why I linked the one I did. Now let's put the door panel back on. But before we do that, don't forget to put this black piece back on right here. You just hook it on the bottom and then push the top part in. Alright, looks good, no issues. Kind of smush it down. This is loose. It's tightened down all the way, but it just hangs a little loose sometimes. First thing we do, make sure you got your clips back on your door panel. Sometimes these stay stuck in the metal door or they fall off. So just make sure you got them. If you lost one or you broke one, it's not the end of the world, but try to get them all back in the door panel before you put the door panel back on. Now, first we're going to set up the cables. The white one is the lock. You could tell because you can move it forward and backwards, and it acts like a lock. And then the green one is your door lever. It moves like a lever would. Here's what they look like going in. I couldn't get a good shot putting them in, sorry guys, but that's what they look like going in. Also, when you put this door panel back on, you want to lift the top up over first. Don't forget to get those cables in their guides. Lift the top over first, and then kind of come down with it over the top edge. Now, once that's in, you should be able to just kind of light hammer fist all the clips back into place. Then you're going to get this bracket and line it up. It has a little bit of movement. You can kind of line it up where you need it to be. Then we'll get this panel back in with the screws. And we're going to connect this small connector. This is what I missed the first one I was showing you. So connect that, or connect that. Now this connector, what you want to do is how you pull the sleeve all the way back. Then you put the connector in, and then you push the sleeve forward. Now, you may think you have the sleeve pulled all the way back, but you probably don't. So if you're having trouble, you need to pull that sleeve back as far as it can go. And then you push it in, and then you push the sleeve forward. Now, put this in. You want to nose dive it. Get that hook under there, and then just be patient with this. Just kind of massage this back into place. I mean, at this point, these cars are old, and they're brittle. And, you don't want to break them. So got that tight. Now we're going to put this screw back in here. Alright, I'll put the screw back in near the handle, and then put that panel piece in. You just kind of put it in like this, and then just kind of gently push it in, and it should clip into place. And that's it, guys. So get this clip in. Hope this video helped you guys out. Any additional information in the comments is appreciated. Please subscribe, help me out. I know my content's boring, but it'll help me out, get some subs. And that's it. We'll get this black piece in if you removed it. Okay, that's it. Alright guys, that's all the information I got for you. The rest of the video is just a couple products and other stuff I got going on. Totally up to you if you want to stick around. I got a 15% off promo code for Oxido LED headlights. These are the best headlights in my opinion. They just recently upgraded all their technology, so their LED lights are even brighter than the others that are still using old tech. I've had many LED lights as far as like headlights, interior lights, whatever, brake lights, and these are the best. They don't flicker, they're not cheap, they don't like go out on you. All you gotta do is go to the Oxido website, type in your vehicle information, then look up what kind of light you want. All their products will pop up, and these are available on Amazon as well. But if you go to the website and use Guillermo Auto in the discount code spot, you will get 15% off. So if you're looking for new, brighter upgrades, check these out. Hey, what's up guys? I want to tell you about Quantum Soap. It's a new men's soap company. They got many different bars of soap, each with their own ingredients and fragrance and texture. They even have grittier bars for like mechanics or whoever, like the dark matter bar. It's extra gritty. If you go to their website, it's free shipping over $50. Each bar is about $5. You also get a 10% discount code for your first order. They're coming out with many new soaps. It's definitely worth checking out. Of course, I have a discount code for you. It's Guillermo Auto. If you type it in at checkout, you'll get 10% off. You could use it as many times as you want every time you order. These make great gifts to husbands, boyfriends, uncles, nephews. They even got the Galactic Mechanic Bar. It's super gritty for mechanics, so check that out. Type in the Guillermo Auto promo code. That way they know you're one of the homies. And that's it, guys.